So the four primary low guards, I say primary because we have a lot of guards, and guards for us are not merely a position of our hand, but a position of the entire body. And these are used primarily, as we see in the fighting with sharp sword or spada de filo. And low guards are characterized by two factors: which shoulder is forward and which foot is forward. So porta di ferro stretta, the most common low guard, where my right shoulder and my right foot, me being right-handed, are both forward. Now, another guard with the right foot forward is codalunga stretta, but my left shoulder is forward. I've turned the body, I'm more open. I actually present the torso, I show my chest to my opponent. So, both right foot forward, porta di ferro, iron door, codalunga stretta, narrow tail, and you see the difference in the position here. See what I did with my feet. When I transition from porta di ferro into codalunga stretta, I turn my front foot on the heel as a mezza volta of the hand. So the mezza volta, that simply means half turn. Half turn of the hand is a mezza volta. I turn from palm up to palm down. So I turn outward on my heel, and my other foot, I actually reposition that to widen my base. Here my base is very narrow, but in codalunga stretta, that base is wide. My front foot angles outward, and my rear foot angles forward. Put your head over your foot. In porta di ferro, my head is over my foot. In codalunga stretta, my head is also over my foot. It moves with that. Okay, you're halfway there. Two more guards. So this is porta di ferro, the iron door, porta di ferro stretta, with my right foot forward. There is porta di ferro stretta with my left foot forward, called the wild boar version. I take my rear foot, I step it up on the diagonal, center my head over that foot, without changing which shoulder is forward. You see, that's the important factor here. My right shoulder's forward, and it still is once I've gotten into this guard. No other change except the stepping forward and centering over that foot. My front foot is pointing in a certain way, it remains so. My rear foot is pointing in a certain way, and it remains so. Same directions. Be aware that this is not a forward step here. This is awkward and not what they said to do. They said step your foot on the diagonal, 45 degrees. This is perfectly stable. This knee's bent, my weight's over that foot, my head is over that foot. There's no change in my sword arm, no change in anything except the foot. And there's one more low guard with the left foot forward. So this last one, you saw the left foot forward, but the right shoulder forward. Then we have left foot forward, left shoulder forward. I make a mezza volta. I'm in codalunga alta. Right foot, right shoulder. Right foot, left shoulder. Left foot, right shoulder. And left foot, left shoulder. The four combinations, the four possibilities. These should be easy for you to transition to and from, forward and backward, you see. There's no order here. Doesn't matter. I can go from any one of these into any other of these. Now, I'm just doing them now as transitions. You can cut into these positions. You can thrust into these positions. I would recommend that, and mix them up. There's no order. Move forwards, move backwards. It's all the same. You should be proficient in any combination of these. There were four right there. Okay. When you're codalunga stretta, yes, your base is wider this way. When you're in codalunga alta, left foot forward, you're this, but you're a little more narrow there because I'm not, see, in codalunga stretta, I'm facing chest and hips forward. In Codalunga Alta, I'm not. I'm profiled again with my left shoulder forward. So there's the difference of having my right foot forward with my left shoulder forward and my left foot forward with my left shoulder forward. I narrow that up again. But with Porta di Ferro Stretta, we're in a narrow guard. But what about Chinchillera Porta di Ferro Stretta with my left foot forward? There you see again the widening of the base. So when your foot doesn't match your shoulder, your base is wide. When it does match your shoulder, the base is narrow. You see? Narrow base, wide base, because the shoulder and the feet don't match in those cases. So Porta di Ferro Stretta, point at the face, weight on the front foot. We are forward weighted. You'll see forward weighted in all cases. The weight is on the front foot. The arm is straight in all cases. Straight arm, straight arm, straight arm, and straight arm. Keep your head up. Keep your back straight. As they say, stand gallantly in your guard. Elegantly step between them. What is elegance but balance, confidence, and familiarity? Work to be elegant. Forward and backwards. Again, note the feet. The feet are the foundation of things. If the feet aren't right, you will not feel comfortable. In Porta di Ferro Stretta, my front foot is forward. I have my weight on that foot. The back foot is, generally speaking, sideways. With Morozzo, it's a little bit more pointed forward, but that's okay. When I transition to the left foot forward here, that foot remains forward, but my other foot goes, as they say, sideways. When I go from Porta di Ferro into Codalunga Stretta, I'm changing. See, now I'm guarding my inside line. Now I guard my outside line. I cannot leave my feet where they were. This is awkward. My front foot has to turn outwards. And as dall'agocchie says, I face my opponent here. Note where the hand is. Generally speaking, low. We're not up here. We are down here. As Anonymous says, do not allow your opponent to find your sword. So we keep it low. Yes, if you're in Chinchillera Porta di Ferro Stretta, you want to get into Codalunga Alta, one of your feet has to move. I can take my back foot here, or I could have taken my front foot here, but I have to narrow that up. That choice is yours. Pretty much in all of these cases, yeah, and when I'm in Porta di Ferro Stretta, I can do this. When I'm in Codalunga Stretta, I can do that. When I'm in Chinchillera Porta di Ferro Stretta, I can do that. And when I'm in Codalunga Alta, I can do that. So I'm able to pick up my rear foot easily without a lot of fixing from any of those guards. That indicates a well-formed guard. Lift up, quickly, briefly lift up your back foot. See what you had to do? See the shift you had to make?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to have made that. You should have already been there.